Hello, all you beautiful people. This is Intentional Healing, and I am Nicole Bridger. Today, I want to talk about communication, about how we use our voice. And as always, before we begin, taking a deep breath and allowing yourself to just be here. Any distractions, places calling your attention in your day, bring it all back to here. So I recently went to a friend's house for a gorgeous women's circle. She is doing them monthly on the new moon. And it was such a nice gift for me to not be the facilitator of the group and to really allow myself to let go and process things for myself. And she wanted to honor the goddess Saraswati this month. And Saraswati is the goddess of creativity and communication. So we spent a lot of time talking about how we communicate in our voice. And it was a really interesting thing to really think about, in the safety of this women's circle where we were all provided the space to be really honest with ourselves and with each other. So I want to share some of the wisdom that I experienced in that time. So something to think about. Ask yourself right now, how do I listen? When you're with friends, loved ones, coworkers, strangers, how do you listen? Are you just waiting for the moment when it's your turn to talk? Are you trying to remember how you were going to respond to each thing that person said? Are you wanting to make sure it seems like you're listening so you have input? Is there a part of you that feels a responsibility to have the right answer, to have the solution, that it's your duty or tied up in your sense of worth to fix it, to solve it for somebody, and not just listen? So often when friends are sharing things with us, they just need to share, not necessarily have a response, a judgment, a comment, a solution, just someone to listen. When you listen, are you distracted in your own thoughts, somewhere else, thinking about your own stuff, feeling like you don't really have time to offer your ear, that you've got too much going on in your own life and you're distracted thinking about things in your own life? What would it be like to just listen? So I challenge you or encourage you to take some time this week to see and be aware without judgment how you are listening in the moment. Even when you're just listening to the radio, are you judging what the person says? Are you distracted? Just in the moment, becoming aware of how you listen. And particularly with your loved ones, with your children, with your partner, with your parents. And as you begin to observe how you listen, you'll get to go a little further, deeper into what's the voice or the worry that's causing you to be like that. Am I worried that if I don't have the right answer, that I don't have the solution, that then somehow I'm not enough? Is there a part of me that's so busy thinking about my day because underneath that there's a fear that there isn't enough time, that time is running out, that I've got so much to do, again, to feel like enough? It will be an interesting exercise for you to bring a sense of curiosity and compassion to yourself as you witness how you listen. And see if you can see what the underlying thought or fear is behind that. Now, I want to shift our focus into how do we speak? How do we use our voice? Because it is a powerful tool. Are you uncomfortable with silence? Do you feel the need to fill the space? Even just talking mindlessly about things because you feel uncomfortable with the silence? Do you feel this need, like you need to share every little detail about yourself, almost like verbal diarrhea? That you've got to get every little detail out and not being aware of how you are affecting those around you? Is there a part of you that doesn't like to share anything? You don't want to feel exposed or vulnerable. That those are for yourself alone and that you cannot trust others with how you really feel. Do you use your voice and share something with an expectation of the response you're going to receive or the action that might be taken by the person? In that case, the sharing is not genuine, it's not pure, it's motivated by an expectation. Do you ever use your voice as a way to manipulate others, controlling a situation, perhaps making them feel bad and therefore doing something that you want them to, making them feel good because you want them to do something for you? Being really honest with yourself as you're speaking in the moment. Is what I'm about to say actually true? Does it come from a pure place without expectation? Am I using it as a way to manipulate this situation? Is what I'm about to say really necessary? And ultimately, what's my intention? What is my intention behind wanting to share this right now? Sometimes we even put ourselves down with our words. We say not nice things about ourselves. Ugh, I look terrible. Ugh, I'm always late. Ugh. And there we are using our voice to make ourselves seem lower than. And that can come from a few different places. Sometimes we put ourselves lower as a way to fit in. to not feel like a threat. It's a way of being brought into the tribe. Sometimes it just comes from a place of self-loathing. It can also be super cultural. You know, a lot of cultures, it's not okay to build yourself up and to speak with pride, but super socially acceptable to talk down about yourself. Do you gossip? Gossip as a way to connect with others by alienating others. And there is a difference between gossiping or bitching about somebody and genuinely sharing something that you're dealing with a close friend because you're needing some support or guidance on something. And again, the only way to really tell the difference is to ask yourself, what's my intention here? Am I sharing this because I want this person to look badly on that other person that I actually feel a little bit threatened by? Or I'm really annoyed with that person? And again, compassion and curiosity. Why? Why is it that I feel the need to say that? Oh, that's interesting that I want to do that. I wonder what's that about? What's the voice behind that? What am I feeling right now that's making me want to say that? And the more honest and compassionate you can be with yourself, the more you begin to really see how you are using your voice. Many of us use guilt as a way to manipulate others around us. Especially, our family, those younger than us. We can use it as a manipulation tool. So really asking yourself, why do I feel the need to control them with guilt? What am I actually afraid of? That they might not love me just as I am? That they won't love me unless I control them to show me the love in the way that I want it? I encourage you to write down your thoughts as you start to discover all the unique and interesting ways that you are listening and speaking. And it'll show up differently with each dynamic, each situation. Are there times where you really wish that you could say something, but you just can't? Are you afraid that if you say how you're really feeling, that you might be ostracized, punished? What would it be like to be able to share your voice from a pure, honest place? Be able to say the things that you want to without a hidden agenda, without manipulation. What would it be like to have a pure voice all the time? Where you said what you really truly meant from this place of love, not from our mind, fear-based self. And that you were able to listen from that same pure loving place that knows that there's nothing wrong going on here, and that you are able to just love and support those around you and not feel uncomfortable with difficult feelings. Just allow them to be there. I hope this has been helpful for you. I know for myself, it was a really helpful exploration to really look at the spots where I wasn't pure of intention behind my communication. And I continue on that journey. I think that's a lifelong journey for sure. But the more that we practice, the easier that it gets. I hope you have a blessed, blessed day. Please write to me. You can go to my website, NicoleBridger.com. Please let me know if you have any questions or topics that you want me to cover. Feel free to reach out. It's always such an honor to share with you. Be well.